Hey guys, so I built a course that I called the AB, which is really my beginner course. And I'm learning that when I built it, I don't know what I'm doing with building an online course. I'm just doing it and figuring it out along the way. So I'm making mistakes, like you do. So I started talking with a couple of people I know, and a gentleman's helping me build a little bit, another course actually that I'm making, and pointing out that it needs to be the most simplistic thing to follow. And as I'm going through my course, I'm finding that it's not. I mean, it works for me, like I understand it, but I'm the one making it, so it's kind of different. So I'm changing it, and I'm going to rebuild the course a bit. I'm probably still going to keep the white belt, like that whole belt progression in there for those that want to go through it, but I'm going to make just an absolute beginner course where every day you can just follow along with the workout. You don't have to know too much, and you'll learn. And every day I'll try to teach you a little bit while also doing the workout, and it'll just be the beginner program. And that hopefully will be easier. Now I'm still keeping it as the AB, so if you're already going through the AB workout, that's great, because that's what it's supposed to be. The AB workout is designed to be my version of a beginner program, right? Fucking very simple to follow, and you just progress the exercises over time. This to me is the most interesting thing. Getting stronger is great, burning calories, great, all these things. But I really like the idea that I'm taking this one thing, this one movement, and it gets better and different over time. So my example to that, and what we're going to be working on today, is the hip hinge. Okay? The hip hinge is literally just that. I'm bending at the hips, I'm extending at the hips. Now that is a very simple thing to understand, but what do you do with it? Well, eventually, hopefully, you're doing things like snatches. A snatch, kettlebell snatch, where the bell goes from between your legs all the way to overhead, is a hip hinge. A two-bell snatch is a hip hinge. But you don't start there. If I taught you the snatch today, you'd probably hurt yourself, assuming you don't already know how to swing and do all these things. Which, if you're taking a beginner course, I'm going to make the assumption you don't know anything. That's an easier assumption for me to make than assume that you do know some stuff and you get yourself hurt. So, we start with a movement, which is what we're going to do today, called the good morning, where we're holding the bell here, it's nice and stable, and we're just moving in that motion. And then we progress that over weeks, right? My intention is to stay at each kind of individual thing for something like 2-ish weeks, and then hopefully you're ready to progress on to the next thing. It might be more correct for a brand new person, a beginner, that it's a month before you progress on, but who cares? As long as you're making steps towards that progression, you're doing great. And then ideally, if it's, I don't know, maybe a month, and we've got 3 different exercises or something that we're trying to progress through, then in 3 months, you've completed that, and you're no longer a beginner in that motion. That's kind of how I'm thinking about it. So maybe each one will be a month. We'll see. But today, we're going to start with the hip hinge and the row. A row is nothing special. It's just your, back's going to be something like parallel to the ground, and you're going to pull up into your side. So you're hinging, working those glutes and hamstrings, and you're rowing, working your lat muscles and your biceps. Okay? And that's pretty simplistic, I think. And really great workout. And it never really needs to get any more complicated than that. Okay? 5 years from now, if you're still doing the AB workout, you're not wrong. Just hopefully you've progressed it to harder variations of the exercises. That's my goal. Anyway, I just wanted to give you a little breakdown on this day 1 of this kind of new version of the course, so you understand what I'm trying to do, and you can give me feedback whether or not it's working for you or not, and I can then maybe remake the course again. Like, fuck it, we got time. We got the rest of our lives to make this thing perfect. Anyway, but since you are paying money to be here, let's get started. Every workout should start with some form of warm-up. Depending on where you are and how warm it is outside or wherever it is you're exercising, the warm-up can change, but you should start by getting some blood flow going, heating your body a little bit. This is going to limit the amount of opportunity, let's say, for injury, right? Just because we're a little bit warm. Now, we don't need to run a fucking marathon to be warm. What we need is maybe a tiny bit of perspiration, and to get our heart rate up just a little bit. Now, I live in Tucson, Arizona, so it's typically fairly warm. So even here in winter, right, like this is January 15th or whatever, I think it's 50 degrees outside. So it's not really all that cold. No, it's got to be closer to 60, actually, I bet. I'm obviously standing outside in shorts and a t-shirt. It can't be that cold. But if you're in fucking Philadelphia and you're training outside, it's probably -10 or something. It's going to take you a little while longer to get warm, so take your time. I don't put in the little walk that I tend to go for. I'm not putting that in here. That's impossible for me to record. So if you're not warm at all, you're completely like sitting on your couch getting ready to start this workout, pause the video right here, go take 5 minutes and go for a little walk. Something gentle, just to get your blood pumping a little bit. And then we'll go in to my standard warm-up. The one that I'm going to go through is the standard one that I use pretty much all the time, but it's not perfect in any way, so you might like other things better. I've got a couple different variations. There's a section, a course, whatever, a section in here that's all about warm-up. So go in there and then test some stuff out and see what you like. Today I'm going to do the Yogic Warmup, right? Basically Sun Salutation A, if you're big into yoga. If that's not something you can do, go to the other one. The other one's much more simplistic. You're just kind of warming up the joints, moving them around, moving your arms, you know, stuff like that. Very, very easy. So I'll make sure, I'm pretty sure both of them are in the warm-up section, and if not, I'll record another one and put it in there for you guys so you guys can pick whichever one. And again, you would just pause the video here, go do that section, come back, follow along with the rest. Totally a thing you can do. Now, kettlebell out of the goddamn way. Sun Salutation A, well, kind of a modified variation, is what I call my yogic warm-up. So we're standing in, I don't know what they call this, mountain pose or something. Whatever, stand up tall. From here, the way I like to do this is arms come straight up from my sides, thumbs are facing back, and I'm lifting myself nice and tall here. Once I feel like I'm at my end range, whatever that is, wherever your arms go to and they don't feel like they want to go anymore, that's when I let my back open and I round my back a little bit. Look it up. That feels great. Now, from here, for the first one, I'll bring my arms down to the side, get my back straight again, and then push my butt back. This nice, gentle little hinge, okay? For the first round, I'll face you. The second round, I'll try to do sideways so you can see it from the other angle. We're here like this. Once you're at your end spot, I'll release my back, let it round, come down towards the ground, see if I can touch my toes. If I can touch my kneecaps, and that's as far as I can go, fuck it, man, whatever, you're warming up. So you're here like this. We're going to go to flat back. So keep your arms nice and long. Pull your shoulder blades back so that your back is now straight, and then let it go again. And I bet you go just a little bit further. From here, on this first round, we're just going to roll ourselves up. So think, they say this one vertebrae at a time, which is not real, but it's a nice thought. It's what you want to be thinking. So one piece at a time. Slowly, slowly, slowly roll up. Shoulders are last. They come up, back, down. Cool? Now the next time, we're going to put in our down dog, up dog stuff. So you'll add that piece in. So, sideways. Ooh, man, my porch is really slanted. My arms are coming straight up. Once I'm up as high as I can go and there's no more room, now I let my back go and I give a little arch. Looking up at the sky or at the fucking ceiling. Arms come down by my side, hips hinge back. I want my legs to stay pretty stiff. They don't have to be locked out, but don't let them move a bunch as you're hinging. You're hinging through here. Good. And then let it go. Reaching for the ground. Back comes up. Back goes down. Reach a little bit further. Now we're going to go into the part that we didn't do in the last one, which is our down dog and up dog. Right, so my hands are going to look for the ground. I'm just looking for the ground forward. I can bend my knees if I need to find it. Who gives a shit? Find what's comfortable. That kettlebell is absolutely in my way, so move that stupid thing off to the side. We're here. Try to keep your legs as long as you can in this position. If they need to be bent a little, yeah, whatever, who cares? But ideally, they're as straight as can be. You want to take a moment, kind of push your heels back one at a time. That's great. So we're here like this. From here, we're coming through, finding a plank position, and then I'm just lowering my hips down towards the ground. Nice and relaxed here. From there, make sure our toes are tucked under. Lift that butt back up in the air. Good. If you need to walk your feet in a little bit to find balance, do that and start walking your hands back. Good. Once we're back here, we're touching our toes again or looking for the ground, whatever you want to call that. Let's roll it up. Shoulders are last. They're kind of forward. They naturally kind of fall forward here. Bring them all the way up by your ears. Pull them back and down. Lovely. We're going to do that a couple more times, and then we're going to call this warm-up good to go. So, arms are going to come up. We've got a straight spine. Arms overhead. We open up, look up. Lovely. Arms are going to come down by our side. We're hinging. Once we feel like we're at our end point here, we're letting it go. Touch the ground if we can. Flat back. In yoga, they'll call this monkey back. I have no idea why, but they do. Let it go. Walk those hands out. Find the ground. Oh, cool. Look, I look like the letter fucking A, or an upside down V more correctly, I guess. From here, we're coming through, finding a plank position. Nice and solid. Lowering our hips down. Now in this, I'm not shoving my hips down, just relaxing them to the ground. Keeping my shoulders kind of away from my ears, but not crazy. I'm not trying to force this. Just relaxing, letting my belly open up a little bit. Tucking my toes under. I lift my butt back up in the air. Boop. Walk my hands back. Walk my feet forward. Whatever feels good. And there. Roll it back up. Shoulders are last. Nice. Let's do one more where I'm facing you, because I want to. From here, arms go up. Good. We open up. There. Hands come down to the side, butt goes back. Roll it all the way through. Flat back. Down. Walk your hands out. Want to move your heels a little bit towards the ground, one at a time. Great. We're in down dog. We're looking forward. So the gaze is fairly important. I'm always looking, well, at least for this, I'm looking at my hands here. Right? That way I'm not looking too crazy down, and I'm not looking too much forward, which will make me flatten out. I want my butt super high, my hands in line with my butt if I can. So hands through shoulders to butt is all one line, or at least that's what I'm trying for. Pushing my hips forward, finding that plank, and then lowering my hips to the ground. Hello. Then I'm tucking my toes back under, lifting my ass up in the air. Boom. I'm stepping my feet forward. I'm walking my hands back. Ugh. Nice roll through the spine. Lifting myself up, back. Yeah, I feel pretty good. If there's more that you need to do, again, warm-up section, stop here, pause the tape. To tape, like anybody has a fucking tape anymore. Pause the video and go to the warm-up section. Make sure that you're feeling pretty good through the whole body before we go into it. Now, we're going to do some more specific warm-ups to make sure that we're ready for the workout today. The workout today, again, is a hinge and a row. So I want to make sure that the lat and the shoulders feeling pretty good, and I want to make sure that my glutes and hamstrings are feeling pretty good. So The exercise we're using, hi Meow Meows, do you need to go inside? Yeah, go on. Okay. Okay. You're gonna take your kettlebell. The first thing we're gonna learn is how to pick the kettlebell up. I want you to be safe. There is no point in learning all this exercise shit and not understanding how to pick the kettlebell up, and then when you go to move it somewhere, you're just like, and then you broke your shit. So let's pick it up correctly, which really we're going to go over more in depth on workout B, so the second workout this week, but you need to know how to do it. So you're going to put the kettlebell between your feet. Think like somewhere like knuckle of your toes. Okay, so in line here. You're going to squat down. So I want my back to stay relatively upright. My hands are by my groin, and I squat down. I'm going to pop the bell up as much as I can, move my hands to the outside, and then I'm going to turn it so the horns are facing away from me. Up, here, here. This is our good morning position, which we're going to use a bunch today. Okay. From here, we're going to warm up our hips and our hamstrings and all those good things with a very much kind of a rocking motion back and forth like this. Okay. Like you're kind of marching in place almost. You'll do that while you're hinging to start warming all that up, getting it prepped. I'm going to do this at about 45-degree angle, and hopefully you guys can see what's happening. Big thing. I don't want the hip popping out side to side as you're doing this. So if you feel like you're doing this while you're doing this motion, you're fucking it up. Don't do that. So we're here in this good morning. We're going to start pushing our butt back. Not crazy, just find a little bit of hinge here. Okay, my legs are in line, they're kind of locked. They don't have to be locked out, they're just in good solid position. And then one's going to lock all the way back. You're trying to really push it back without breaking your kneecap. Push it back, bend on the other one, and let it turn you to the side a little bit, and then switch. And then switch. Just back and forth. This is a bit of like nerve flossing, kind of, which really can feel good if you've got a problem in your hips. Turn the face forward. I think that's 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, and 5. Good. Take it back to center. Stand it back up. When you go to put the bell down, open your legs back up to where they were for the squat, and you're letting it kind of slide off your belly, whoop, right back into your hands, back to the ground. Okay? The next part, you're going to be using something to put your hand on for most of this work, well, for all your rows in this workout, so we might as well grab that. So whatever you got, I'm going to use an actual like workout box here, because we have this shit laying around. My wife and I are always, this is what we do for a living, so we got lots of this crap. But dude, a table, as long as it can hold your weight, the arm of the couch, whatever, make it work. You're gonna just kind of bend over a little bit. Try to keep some tension in your belly. Go ahead and grab onto your kettlebell. Make sure it's a light kettlebell. I want it to be the lightest one you have. Okay? We're going to internally rotate our arm, right? So I'm thinking thumb is facing me, my palm is facing out away from me. I'm using my right hand, you'll be able to see my palm. And what's gonna happen, I'm gonna hold the kettlebell. If this is your absolute first time, maybe don't do it with the kettlebell first. Just be here, come up, rotate all the way through so you're facing the other way. Down, up, all the way through, down. And that would be one repetition. We'll do, I always tell people, like, I don't like to count the repetitions in your mobility stuff and in your warm-up, but it's hard not to. Especially when I'm teaching you, I can't be like, just do some shit. No, so go for like 5. 5 times, then we're gonna switch sides, do 5 on the other side. Now, if this is feeling good, or maybe we're gonna do 2 rounds of this. So in this first round, maybe do it without weight. In that second round, maybe add weight. Whatever feels right. Again, I'm not there, I'm not watching you, so do what's right for you, don't hurt yourself. We're here, up, rotate through, down, up, rotate through, down. 2, 2, 3, 3, 4. Now, hopefully you're noticing that while my arm and shoulder are moving, my back is not. I'm not twisting. I'm not doing any of these things. I've got a little tension in my belly here. Let's do this last rep. And it's my shoulder blade that's lifting me up. I'm rotating. My shoulder blade is coming back down. My shoulder blade's lifting up, bringing it around, down. And that's 5 reps with my right hand. Now I'm going to go to my left hand. Okay? This is going to be hard for you to see because I don't feel like moving the box every damn time. That's going to suck. So just follow along with me. You saw it on the last one. It's the same thing on the other side. Okay? I'm here. Back is straight. I'm locked. Up, rotate, down. Up, rotate, down. Now, I just noticed this, and it's a good thing I'm doing this with you so I can talk you through this. One side will 100% be better than the other. My left side, the second one that we're doing, is super fucking angry and really not liking this. 2. Is that 2? 3? Shit, fuck it. That's 2. 3. I also can't go nearly as far on this side, which makes sense. I've been struggling a lot. This is the shoulder that got all destroyed in Iraq. So, you know. And I don't do this stuff enough, so that's the thing. Now we're going to go back into our hinge warm-up, hinge mobility, let's call it. So we're going to get that bell back up here. We're going to have our little bend. We're going to walk. This time, I'm going to show you a little bit more of a progression. Don't do it if you're not ready for it. But as we're doing this, I'm going to be walking here, and I'm going to walk myself down and back up. Okay? When you feel ready for it, start adding that piece in. So we are squatting down. Hands are down by my groin again. I'm going straight down here. And I'm popping the bell up, rotating my hands and turning it in. Pop the bell up, rotating, bringing it in. Okay? We're here. Let me do it this way so you can see my feet moving. We're here like this. I'm getting that little hinge to start. And then boom, boom. You'll see I'm hinging my butt back more and more each time. Getting lower, closer to the ground. Back up. Boom, 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 boom. Now, if you're just doing the standard one, we're going side to side, go to each side 5 times. I'm going to go up and down twice. It's the same thing. One's just like a progression of the other. No big deal. Wham. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Up. Feet go back out. Bell goes whoop. Down to the ground. Sound effects make everything better. Now, bring that box back in, that chair, that whatever the fuck you're using. Palm is facing out, thumb is facing you. Let's get ready to go. We've got this nice braced center. And shoulder blades back, rotate through, shoulder blade down. Up, rotate through, down, up. 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5. Going to the other side. Ready? Thumbs facing back and up. Rotate. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, and 5, and 5. Good. And that's it. That's the whole warm-up that I have for you guys. We're getting ready to go into our workout. This beginner workout, I want this to be easy-ish. You're going to have to work. You're going to have to do stuff, blah, blah, blah. Don't get me wrong. But in this very beginner, I don't want you hurting yourself and I don't want you doing anything crazy. I'm not going to be like, all right, here we go. Military. That's fucking craziness. We're starting to move, and I assume you spent the last 5 years on the couch. That's how I have to assume because I don't know you. So when we do this, we're going to do one thing, we're going to rest. We're going to do the next thing, we're going to rest. Next thing, boom, 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 boom. We're going to have 6 rounds of each thing, okay? Our hinges, there's going to be 10 because there's big muscles, they can handle a little bit. On our rows, we're going to do 5 on each side. So we're going to do our hinges, we're going to do 10 reps. We're going to have 30 seconds of rest. Then we're going to do our rows, however long that takes, probably like a minute. Then we're going to have 30 seconds of rest. And I'm not going to be crazy with the rest. I'm going to have a little timer that I just turn on when I remember and take my rest. You should be doing the same. If you're just following along with me, great. Anytime you feel like, what the fuck, this is too fast, just pause it. Pause the video. Give yourself a minute. Drink some water. And then come back. Okay? We're going to finish it. There'll be 6 total rounds of each thing, and that's it. And then we're going to breathe, and we're going to call it a day. So, the movement that we're doing is that good morning. So that same pop-up that we did for our just general little motion, if you followed along with the progression with me, and you came down and back up, you've already kind of done a good morning. Okay? Now we can add a little bit of weight to it and a little more intention to make sure that it's closer to what we're going to learn eventually with kettlebell swing and stuff like that. Let me get my phone, which I'm going to use as a timer. And honestly, let me get a little music going because working out without music sucks. Are you connected? Why are you not connected? Where's my speaker? Turn back on. How dare you? Yeah. There you go. All right. So, if you don't like my music, I guess sorry? I'm not. I'm not at all sorry. So, let's start with our hip hinges. We're going to do 10 of them from this good morning position. We're going to get over the bell. We're going to turn the bell, make sure that it is parallel this direction, whatever words you want to use for that. My hands are going inside. Little hooks like this. As they pop up, my thumb will wrap around. I will catch in this position. I will turn horns facing out towards you. My feet will come in a little bit closer. Call it like hip width-ish, whatever is right for you. You're going to hinge back, up, back, up. Okay, for 10 times. Here we go. Boom, bam. I know I just did that in one thing. I've been doing this for so many years, I can't not do it that way. You have to do it in pieces, do it in pieces. Who gives a shit? We're here, ready, and push your butt back. Up. 1. 2, I'm going to turn sideways so you can see me. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8, 9, 10. Open your legs up. Bell comes down. Good. Let's get our timer counting. Them 30 seconds. From His Majesty. For crying out loud. I should have set this up beforehand. Cool. 30 seconds of rest starts now. Like I said, don't go too crazy with that. We don't care right now. In 6 months or whatever, if you've been training consistently the 3 times a week, like I'm suggesting you do this, yeah, we're going to be pushing it much harder because your body can take it at that point. Right now, we expect you to take nothing. Let's get our box there or our couch or whatever it is we're doing. Let's get our bell in position. Now, you're probably going to want to offset your feet just a little bit so that you're not slamming the bell into your leg. Your hand, just like for that drill we already did, your hand is going to go on to whatever it is. So this is our brace. I've got my bell kind of underneath my face-ish, right? Right about here, and I'm pulling up into my hip here. Okay, that's what we're going for 5 reps. I really like having my hand way up in this front corner, so my thumb corner of the bell, but whatever works for you. If you want to be in the middle, if you like being in this corner, whatever. I like this angle that it gives me so the bell the meat of the bell, the ball, stays a little bit away from my hip. It's just something I picked up over the years. Ready? 5 reps and up, down. 2, down. 3, 4, 5. Good. Switch your hands. If you need to move the bell to wherever to be comfortable for this, find that spot, find that position on the bell, and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. 30 seconds of rest. Hey, what are you doing? Start over. Okay. 30 seconds, then we're going right back into the hinge. With this one, I realized partway in that I hadn't explained it enough. What I'm looking for is for the hand to be kind of in line with your face, maybe like think hand in line with mouth or like chin, something like that. And then as I pull, it's a little bit of an arc, so it comes into my hip. Okay, so natural progression here. We're getting ready to go into our hinge. So let's find that position with the bell. We're squatting over it, down, ready, and up. Here, legs closer together, 10 reps, and let's go. Back, up, back, always nice and slow on the way back. Up can start to be a little bit quicker. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bells down. Drops right through the center. My back stays nice and tall and proud. Okay? I don't want you rounding your back to put the bell down. Number one way people get fucking hurt training in the gym, period, is racking and unracking their weights. It sounds so dumb, but you'll do everything right. You'll brace, you'll use gear, whatever it is you need, and boom, and you'll knock out a great set, and then you go to put your weights away, but you're sloppy, and you hurt yourself. It makes no sense, but I promise you it's true. I've seen it time and time again over the years. So make sure you're putting your weights down safely. Okay, we're going right into our row. Hand on whatever it is. Now my right hand is on the bell. Got my 5 reps ready. Let's go. Up and down. 2, down. 3, down. 4, 5. Rest. Switch hands. Move the bell. Ready. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down. 30 seconds of rest. That's 2 rounds. Got 4 more. Doing great. Ooh, shit. Me, however, I'm trying to trip over everything. I wonder how long this whole video is going to be, especially with me talking at the beginning. Okay, we've got about 5 seconds before we're going to do this. Let's make sure we're ready. Let's make sure the bell is in a good place. Okay, hands by our groin. We're squatting down. Get our hands on the bell. Bring it up, right in between my hands here. Pull it into my body. Turn it out. Feet a little closer together, about hips width. Ready, and let's go. Butt back. Pop it forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Open those legs a little bit. Let the bell slide down to this position. Down. Good. 30 seconds. Hey, you, turn on. What the hell are you doing? All right. This time between sets, make sure you're focusing on breathing. Try to breathe in through your nose. Just slow yourself down a little bit, right? Keep yourself as calm as you can. Especially as we get to heavier weights and faster sets and stuff, using your time optimally between sets is going to really be important. So learn those skills now. Okay? Hand on your box. Same side foot is forward. Opposite side foot is back a little bit, wherever's comfortable. Maybe it's more out. I don't really give a shit. Just find where it's comfortable. This is how I've always done it. Bell is underneath my face-ish somewhere. Ready? Let's go. Up. 2, 3, 4, 5, down. Hands going to switch. Feet switch. Bell moves to the other side. Ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, down. Good. 30 seconds on the clock. Make sure we're in a nice safe position when we move the bell. So then, we're going to pop that bell up. We're going to go right into set number 4 in 15 seconds. Shit. This actually goes pretty quick. I like this. Nice, simple workout. You don't smile anymore. I don't know how people have watched all these fucking follow-along workouts. How do they not sing along to their music? Anyway, we're in our good position. Hands are gonna be in by our groin. Chest is nice and proud. Belly is tight. We squat down, grab the bell, pop it up. Boom, boom, ba, ba. Okay, ready, and butt back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Open up those feet. Bell falls to the center. Down it goes. 30 seconds to rest. Hey, where's my water? Oh, it's almost second coffee time. I feel it. All right. 5 seconds, then we're going to do that right hand. Let's start getting into position. Find that box, that chair, that couch, that whatever the hell you're using. Get the bell where you want it, and let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ready, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. 30 seconds of rest. It's 4 rounds down. We got 2 more. He's been lying on the beach. Now, you can squat down when you're ready to move your weights. You can be in this position and kind of drag them. Just making sure that we've got some fucking tension in our belly. If you don't know how to do that, I really need to make a better course on that and the breathwork course. I've got a breathwork course in here that I kind of forgot about. I really need to work on. I'll start working on that over the next couple of weeks. And in there, it'll talk about bracing. It'll talk about diaphragmatic breathing, how to calm ourselves down. I think I'm even going to do a little bit of a Wim Hof breathing because I think that's really powerful and something you should do. Like, there's a lot of cool stuff you can do and make yourself a lot healthier with your breath. Anyway, set number 5, we're squatting down, up, up. Here it is. Boom. Turn it out. Feet come a little bit closer together, like hip width, whatever. Get them underneath here. Now, let's push it back. Ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Feet open up a little, belt drops, down to the ground. I've had some questions about where you should feel these, what muscles we're working. That's why I kind of went over in the very beginning. You're working your hamstrings and your glutes with this one, kind of the biggest muscles you have. But make sure you feel it. If you don't, can you squeeze them a little? So as I'm back here, I'm gonna give them a little squeeze as I come up and make sure I'm pulling from those muscles. Your muscles can only pull, they can't push. So when you're squeezing, they're pulling two ends closer together. In this case, here and here, this is pulling here to bring those closer, right? Straighten you up. So think squeeze with those muscles. Let's get ourselves in position for that row. We're pulling through here, okay? Squeezing from that lat. Hand, foot, second hand. Ready, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, down. Switch. Ready, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, last one, 5. Rest. We got one more round, and that's it. This wasn't that hard, right? Thinking about them summer nights. If you're getting through this and you're like, this was fucking boring, easy, okay. You can progress it on your own a little bit. Make sure you're going through the different hinge sections I have, the swing, the clean, the snatch. Add whatever one you like in here and do your 10 reps with that, with an appropriately heavy weight for you. Yeah. If I was to fill this all the way up, when I get this up to my 40 kilos, which is the max for this Hephaestus kettlebell, yeah, doing 10 reps is fucking rough. Not the end of the world, but it's getting pretty rough. And then when I get to the point where I'm doing that with one hand, now that's getting pretty hard, right? 5 on one side, 5 on the other. So you can totally modify this if you're following along and it's a little bit too easy for you. Progress that, especially since I don't have those videos yet. You can still use this and make it plenty hard. Let's get that hinge going, right? We're here, hands into the groin, we squat down, we pop the bell up, and horns facing out. Ready, let's go. Back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bell goes down. 30 seconds. Hey, fuck you, turn on. So our last rows, 5 and 5, and then we're done. We're gonna do a little bit of breath work because I always finish with breath work. I believe that at the end of your workout, your cool down, I don't really like stretching and stuff for that. I like to start my recovery immediately so that I can train again as soon as possible. Especially like, I do this 3, 4, 5 times a week, and then I do jiu-jitsu 4 or 5 times a week. I need to recover as much as I fucking can because my 42-year-old body, you know, breaks down. Hand, foot, second hand. Ready, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, down. Switch hands, switch feet. Bell is on the other side. Ready, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's it. Let's work into our recovery. If you're in your fucking living room or something, I want your calves up on a couch or something, whatever's appropriate for you. If you're at my gym, then you probably have a tire, a big like monster truck tire thing laying on the floor. Your legs can be up on there. Do I need to move this? Yeah, no, it's probably fine. Well, hopefully you guys can see me, and if not, I'll remember that for the next workout. But your legs are up on there. We're getting into the recovery position. Recovery position means that my lower legs are braced, they're hanging, whatever, on something, so that my hips are lightly on the floor. If my hips are taking all the weight on the floor, it's not as good. It's not the end of the world, you're still chilling, but not what we're looking for exactly. So try to just have them relaxed in that position. You can tuck them a little bit wherever feels comfortable, right? One of my old yoga teachers used to say, pull the pumpkins down a little bit so the back can lay flat. Your hands are coming down at about a 45-degree angle, palms up, and just let them rest. Just sit and breathe for a moment. In through your nose, out through your mouth. If that workout was fairly hard for you, then maybe we're going to work on box breathing to try to slow it down, okay? So you can start with whatever. I always learned 4, 4, 4, 4, so that's what I'm going to do. If you're having a hard time keeping up with that, then modify it to 3, 3, 3, 3, whatever. But ready? We're going to get started on our inhale now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now hold your breath. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2. Hold your breath. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Inhale through your nose. Hold your breath. 2, 3. Exhale out your mouth. Hold your breath. On your own. You can keep going with that. I'm going to move on to a 4-8 breath. 4-second inhale, 8-second exhale with pursed lips. So I'm making that, instead of that shh sound, I'm really trying to force the air out. This should really get your heart rate down. It's also going to be a little bit harder to breathe, and that's good, right? We want to learn to not need to breathe so much. This is a really important thing. So your 4-second inhale through your nose, 8-second exhale through your mouth with pursed lips. Force it out and try to exhale all the way out by the end of that 8. Ready? And inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe normal. You can stay here for as long as you want. This is great. This is where you should be after your workout. Find that relaxed space. It's one of the only times in my life, anyway, that I can turn my brain off, is right after I'm done with my workout, where I can shut it up a little bit and relax. So use that as a time to meditate. If you use things like Headspace, now is a great opportunity. Sit there in the recovery position or whatever, and turn on a meditation. This would be a fucking wonderful time to do that shit. Whatever works best for you. And yeah, this program is designed to be done 3 days a week. So we'll hit this workout twice this week. We'll hit the B workout once this week. And then next week would be the opposite. There's nothing saying you couldn't do this 6 days a week. That's fine if your body can recover from it. But take it slow. Start off easy and build. right? Make it something that you know you can do, and then make it a little bit harder and a little bit harder and a little bit harder. And before you know it, you're on the cover of fucking Health and Fitness magazine or something. I don't fucking know. Anyway, I'll see you guys for the next one.